Online Video Games here with vital information. How is this vital? Well, if you love video games in any way, shape, or form, or if you play video games, this information will probably help you make a purchase decision for purchase of many games. Now, video games are relatively expensive, and to get the collector's edition, it may cost $150, and then tax on top of that may cost around $160, and then the gas money charged to the store may cost $20. So that's already $180. Then you're going to need to get Xbox Live if you don't have Xbox Live, and 1 month of Xbox Live may cost about $7, so $187, and then the downloadable content may cost around $30 just for a video game, so that's already $217 just to get the complete version of a video game, or you may get the incomplete version for $65. And then you're also taking up time from your schedule to go to the store to purchase a game, to wait in line, and time is important because you could use that time to work to generate revenue rather than using the time to play games that you find entertaining. So this will significantly help you. Why? Because it will save you a significant amount of time, and most importantly, this information can save you a significant amount of money. Now, cheapassgamer.com is a website, and people are dedicated, they're hardcore gamers that are dedicated to posting with the best deals, or I guess you could say they're hardcore deal finders. I don't know if they play the games constantly, but they know the best deals inside out, and the reason why these games greatly diminish in price and the price gets greatly reduced is because there's so much competition. I mean, just logically think about it for a couple of minutes. Let's say you have one business as a monopoly, though, for food. You could charge, let's just say you wanted to charge $2 for an apple, though, because you're the only business that sells an apple, though. If somebody doesn't agree with your price, though, they're going to have no way to purchase an apple. Now you have two stores that are competing, and one of them lowers it to $1.90. Well, now you have an option, and now you have 10. Then you have 100. Now it's $1.80. Now it's $1.70. Now it's $1.60. Now it's $1.50. Then you have 1,000. Now it's $1.40, and the price just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, and there's greatly reduced prices when you have more competition, and there's a ton of competition in the video game industry. So I don't know if these deals existed 10 years ago. I don't recall ever seeing deals like this in the store that were as significant as this within a super short period of time. But if you go to Walmart or Target, the prices of video games are relatively super expensive, same with Best Buy. But if you look at these forums and you type in cheapassgamer on google.com and you go to deals, you could find super low prices for relatively new games. So these games that I purchase and I find the deals at cheapassgamer.com, the games are relatively less than a year old, and I could purchase nearly any game that's less than a year old for $10 or around $10. Sometimes you can get them for $8, and this, in my opinion, is just an amazing deal when the incomplete copy of the video game costs $65, and you could pretty much get most of the content of a video game for $65 for $10 instead. So if you're interested in purchasing video games that are relatively new, this can save you a plethora of money, and you just have to be patient. So let's say a game comes out in 2012, it may come out for the rest of the world in 2012, but for me it may come out in 2013, because in 2013 I'd probably be playing the game that came out in 2012. If that makes any sense. Because when I buy, I wait for a fantastic deal, because games, to me, a lot of them don't have the value of being worth $65, but for me a fantastic game may have the value of being worth $10, because people purchase items if they find value in it. Anyways, let's look at these deals real quick. So on this was a deal posted on the main page, and you have to be quick if you want to purchase anything from one of the links where that's in the deal form, because if you don't purchase it within time, it usually gets sold out. Even if I refresh the page 10 minutes later, I sometimes saw the deal 10 minutes earlier, then 10 minutes later I see the word sold out, and this all these new games and that are going for relatively new prices. LA Noire 13, that may be a little bit older, but how about this one, Dungeon Siege 3? I wanted that for 13. I mean, I'm even waiting for a better deal. I'll purchase a game for like 8 or 10. I usually don't purchase them, or they're 13 or 15, even though that's an incredible deal when it used to cost 65. Killzone 3 is 15. Shadows of the Damned is 13. Call to Juraz, the Cartel, that's 10. Portal 2, 15. Dragon Age 2, 13. Transformers Dark of the Moon, 13. Alice Madness Returns, 15. And what did they have yesterday? It's difficult to read because the text is super small. Yesterday, the Kirby's Epic Yarn for $8 at BestBuy.com, and the game thinks Smash. It comes with a Wii Motion Plus remote, and that costs $8. The Wii remote alone, even if you can't stand the game, that usually sells for $40. That's a fantastic deal. BioShock 2 Limited Edition, $10. Let's see here. Then they have small discounts on super new items like Skyrim, $40 instead of $65, and if you wait a year, Skyrim may go down to 20. The games that are super popular, though, they usually don't have a huge price drop like Call of Duty, but games that are great to play but they're not the most popular games in the world, such as Bulletstorm or Lego Star Wars, or I'm trying to think of something else that may go down. Let's just say Call to Jartez, or whatever the specific name of the game is, or BioShock 2, but games that are not as popular as Call of Duty. Those are the games that will typically go down to $10 within less than a year. So if you're interested in saving a plethora of money, I highly recommend going to cheapastgamer.com, and you may want to check it out every day, because the deals that they post, they get hundreds, they usually get thousands of views, tens of thousands of views, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views. This one has over 500,000 views, and it has 5,306 comments. And like I said, if you're interested in purchasing these games, though, and you want to try to find the lowest price possible for purchasing them now, though, you're going to want to purchase a game before it gets sold out, because if you wait 10 minutes and you think about it, and then your refresh the page will probably be sold out. And then these deals are sometimes one day only, such as Kirby's Epic Yarn. That was 8, but now it's went back up to 50. I'll show you guys the link real quick. Actually, let's say we're wanting to purchase things. Smash, that was $8 yesterday, but let's just say I just found out about the site today. Right? It's not $8 anymore, it's 50. And these deals, for these video games, they usually come with free shipping. You don't have to wait in line. And the site can, I guess the site generates revenue from advertisements, so I guess that's how they stay in business. So some of the deals earlier down here, if you're interested, it wasn't Duke Nukem $5, Marvelous Capcom 3 $10. These deals are usually one day only. Halo Reach was 20, and Crisis 2 I think was 20. Brink was 5. Nintendo Dogs and Cats, that's 8. I may be interested in purchasing that for 8. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, that's 10. Saints Row the Third, that's 30. So you can find amazing deals, and if you're interested in purchasing games for the lowest possible price, I highly recommend Googling the word Cheap Ass Gamer, and then once you get to the site and you're on the home page, you go to deals. I'll show you guys how to get there real quick. In the upper left hand corner, let's just say we're on the home page. It says deals, it says register, then it says deals. All you have to do is click deals, and then there'll be all these different forums that are super new and that are constantly being updated, and it's just fantastic, though, that you can purchase games for relatively low prices, because there's no reason to spend more money on a homogeneous product. I mean, for example, if somebody's selling Gears of War 3 for 65 and somebody else is selling Gears of War 3 for 10, why would you purchase it for $65 when you could be purchasing it for 10? And if anything, you would think the games in the store should be lower prices because you have to spend gas money getting there, you have to spend time getting there, you have to wait in line. But it's the complete opposite. They're significantly lower online, and online you usually get free shipping, you don't have to wait in line, you can purchase it relatively quickly. And when I purchase games, even used online, from a site like Gamefly.com, they come with the disc that doesn't have any black ink on it. The disc usually doesn't have any scratches, or they're practically unnoticeable, the scratches. The disc, all the ones that I play, they work 100% fine. It comes with the original manual, the original cover of the original case, and it usually comes with online pass, even if it's used. And if the game originally came with a poster, they put that in there too. So you get all the content as if you're buying it new. I mean, it's just missing the wrapper. If you buy a new game at a GameStop, it's missing the wrapper, and has scratches on it, and it has black ink on it. But the used games that you get online, they're the equivalent of new games. They just don't have the wrapper on them. But even if you get a new game with a wrapper, you're just going to rip it off anyway. So essentially, you could say you're paying $45 for a wrapper, which is a bit ridiculous. But hopefully this will change your life in terms of purchasing video games, and hopefully you can utilize this information that you could have learned from the video in order to save a plethora of money, because I prefer to get, like I said, 12 games, or let's just say about $100, rather than getting one game for $100. So personally, that's what I prefer. But you guys may prefer to get one game for $100, but I prefer to get 12 because I like having a large variety, because all these games are usually completely different from another. So if you have any questions or comments about this site or about this video, please leave it in the description. Please leave it in the comments. And thanks for watching this video, and hopefully this information will help you for the rest of your life. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.